So today we're going to talk about, do travel agents cost you money? And I'm going to give you the honest answer. I have a quick question. Have you ever not booked a trip because you assumed that using a travel agent would cost you more money? I want you to stick around because the answer might surprise you. I am Kamisha, and I'm a travel agent, and I specialize in cruises, all-inclusive vacations, theme parks such as Disney and Universal. And today I'm going to help you understand the true value of a travel agent such as myself. So drop a hey in the chat and let me know where you're from, and drop any travel-related questions that you may have. Let's get started. So, the myth: travel agents cost more. This is the number one reason people don't reach out to me, and I get it. Some of the misconceptions are that, with the pre-internet era, when agents charged the booking fee, it was easier for you to DIY, book it yourself, such as using Expedia, Booking.com. And it makes people feel empowered that they know what they're doing and that they can do it themselves. But one also assumption is that the middleman, the travel agent is the middleman, and it adds additional costs and additional headaches, which isn't really true. So the honest answer in regards to how travel agents like me get paid: when you book your vacation through your cruise line or through your various resorts, the agent, most of those vendors have the commissions built into their pricing on top of it. So I'm actually paid by the vendor once your travel is completed, not by you, through a booking fee. Let's get into how travel agents are actually paid. Travel agents like me, when I help you book your vacation through your various cruise lines or your resorts or, your theme parks, most of these vendors have the agent's commission built into their pricing structure and not as an additional add-on. So I'm actually paid by the vendor after your travel is completed, and not by you upfront by charging a planning fee, as I do not charge planning fees. So working with me is complimentary, no extra fees included in working with me. So the price that when you book through me is going to be the same, if not better, than booking directly with the vendor. So let me explain to you what being paid by the vendor actually means. Most of these popular vendors that you may be aware of, various cruise lines such as Royal Caribbean or Sandals and Beaches, they have dedicated travel agent portals where we have different offers and things that may not be readily available to the public. And our commissions are built into the cost for us to work with these brands. So no extra markup is added to your bill. Even if you book on your own, you're still paying someone on the back end. When you use Expedia, even though you might not see it listed as a line item, but you're paying them a commission too. So the question is, where can I actually help you save money? So I have access to like group rates and special promotions and exclusive perks through those travel agent portals, and also knowing when to book with me and what during what times of the year can also help you save money as well. Also, bundling and combining things such as your transfers, your excursions, and travel insurance can get you better rates as well. Avoiding expensive add-ons such as, different drink packages if you don't need it, and identifying resort fees can also help you save money because you know what to expect when you get to the resort. Whereas though, if you book it yourself, when you get there, you might be hit with $100 resort fee that you didn't know was going to be needed because, whatever website you booked it through didn't tell you. Whereas though, I would let you know that information right up front. So if you have any questions about what I've said so far, drop them in the chat Give me a thumbs up if you like this information so far. So next we're going to go over the actual value that I offer as a travel agent when you book through me. So I save my clients costly mistakes such as booking a cheap cabin that might be under a loud pool deck, or choosing the wrong sailing that doesn't really match your vibe, knowing what type of cabin that might suit your needs, picking a 5-star all-inclusive with which has, poor beach access, or it's during Sargassum season. That's a hard word to pronounce. Say that 5 times fast. And right now, Sargassum season is very, very heavy right now down in the Dominican Republic. But, it's June, so most people want to go on those vacations down there and get those crystal blue waters. But, you got to go through a lot of seaweed, which that Sargassum is, in order to get to the beach. So that's how I can help you make those decisions, and knowing what time of the year to actually go is helpful as well. By not purchasing travel insurance or travel protection, when something goes wrong on your vacation and you don't have that travel protection, you're out of that money, and that can be a big hit to a lot of people. So actually having someone like me let you know what all is included in your travel insurance can definitely help you in the long run. And also, I do the legwork so that you don't have to. I compare your itineraries. I compare the cabin categories, identify different dining options, and provide, different ideas for shore excursions when you're going on these different cruises and all-inclusive. I monitor the prices, so if the price drop, I'll reprice it so that you get a better deal. I'm your point of contact. If anything goes wrong, you're not calling the 1-800 number. You're not calling there, sitting there on hold for 4 to 6 hours. You're calling me directly. Hey, Misha, da-da-da-da is going on. And I contact the vendors on your behalf and get those issues that you may have resolved. So, as I say, I bring the expertise that Google can't bring. You can only Google but so much, but actually having someone who's been in the industry and know what they're doing is helpful with being on your side. It also relieves a lot of stress too, because I know how nervous people can be when you get to the airport and they're like, oh, your flight is delayed, your flight is canceled, and you have a connection. And you like, well, what am I going to do? You're going to call me, and I'm going to help you get everything squared away. Also, I know which ships are best for families, especially if you have toddlers or teens, and which resorts when you're looking into going into Mexico, the DR, and the Caribbean. So that's why I say you're not paying me, you're getting my expertise for free. While the resort or cruise line may cover my fee, it's the best deal in the travel industry because you don't pay me anything. You just get what's up here, what I already know. So if you like that little bit of information, give me a thumbs up. Give me some love in the comments. Now I'm going to go through some quick myth busters. So I'm going to do a quick lightning round of quick myths and truths. So truth and the lie. Okay. So the myth is that I can find better deals online. The truth, when working with me, sometimes that price may be the same, but you're never going to get the expertise when you book it online. Myth is that travel agents are only for rich people. The truth is that I work with people of all budget levels. So you name your budget, I can work within it. Hopefully. Not unless you're trying to go to Mexico for $200. That's not going to happen. The next myth is that I lose control of my booking. You stay in the loop. I handle everything else. So If you want to make any changes or modifications, just let me know and I'll go ahead and see what all I can do to help pull that off for you. If you're celebrating anything and maybe you want a room decoration or things like that, just let me know and I can help you identify, the best way to go about getting that done so that you have a stress-free and memorable vacation. The next myth is that travel agents are outdated. The industry is growing, y'all. Let me tell you, 50+% of cruises are booked through travel agents. 50%. Okay? So, people are booking, but they're booking with travel agents because who wants to do a group trip, a group cruise, managing 50 people all by themselves? I know I don't. That's how I started, and I was like, golly, but it's a lot of work. It can be a lot of work if you're only one person. So the next myth is if something goes wrong, I'm on my own. Wrong. Y'all, pick up the phone. You're going to call me. You're going to call me, and I will advocate for you with the vendor and sit on a hold for hours so that you don't have to, so that you can get back to your daily life and do whatever it is that you were doing. So these were some of my quick myths and truths in regards to working with a travel agent. So now I want to hear from you. I want you to drop any questions, travel related questions that you may have in the comments, and I'll answer them. I read all the comments. So just let me know some of the questions that you may have. Some of the frequently asked questions that I get is in regards to Virgin Voyages. It's my favorite cruise line. Is Virgin Voyages really adults only? Yes. Virgin Voyages is 18+. So that means there are no kids running around, y'all. No kids running around. I can't stress that enough. I love Virgin to death. So that right there is, one of the values that I bring as well, that I have been on some of these cruise lines. I have been to some of these destinations that you guys want to travel to. So you definitely get firsthand expertise when booking with me. Another question that I get a lot is what's the best age for me to take my child on a cruise? It depends on you. I've seen people take their babies as soon as they're cleared by the doctors at 6 months, they're taking them on a cruise. Or, some of them wait till they're 1 year old and take them on a cruise. So it's really up to you. And once again, the expertise that I provide is that I can help you go through some of the FAQs and the policies that these various cruise lines offer in regards to when and what ages you should and should not cruise. So to wrap everything up, guys, I just want to let you know that using a travel agent such as myself, it doesn't cost you anything to use me, use my services. So in most cases, it costs you less when you factor in the mistakes and the things that you try to avoid and take out. And but working with me, you get lots of perks. You get me personally, So if you're thinking about taking a cruise, booking an all-inclusive vacation down to Mexico or the Caribbean, and you just want a second set of eyes to see what all you have found, you might have been looking out online and found some things, just let me know. Reach out to me. Click the link down in the description and fill out my quote request form, and I will get back to you within 24 hours. And I will see you guys later. Bye.